India's education minister has stepped down after weeks of youth-led protests demanding his removal, and he has swiftly been replaced. The resignation marks the first major concession by Prime Minister Dharmendra Modi's government and a major victory for the so-called cockroach movement. Student protesters celebrated in Delhi today after the minister resigned. Demonstrations first broke out nearly a month ago in response to alleged leaks in some of the country's most competitive university entrance exams. The students are pushing for an overhaul to the education system. Journalist Ishan Garg has the details from Delhi.
Well, it's an unprecedented story of how an online viral movement by the youth has transformed into an on-street protest that's been attended by thousands of students every single day. The story really starts from back in May when there was a question paper leak for the undergraduate entrance medical exams, and following that, at least more than a dozen deaths were linked to that examination failure. And since then, we've seen students coming out protesting, demanding the resignation of India's education minister. They say that this is about accountability, how the government needs to listen to the youth and how it needs to work with the youth to secure their future. And this is unprecedented because a resignation like this has not happened in Prime Minister Narendra Modi's government while he's been in power for the past 12 years. The youth now say that this is a major victory for them. Their demand is now that a compensation of $100,000 need to be paid to the families of the students who have died after the examination scandal. And they are also asking for the government to ensure that the protesters who've been on the streets of New Delhi, they are not punished by the police, by the prosecutors. That comes especially after on Monday earlier this week, we saw crackdown by the police against the protesters when protests turned violent in certain places. The protesters now say that this movement has become more than just about the resignation. It's now become about education reforms in the country. It's also become a moment where youth can tell the government that they are not happy with the situation of employment and the education system here.